Hi everybody, I wanted to welcome you to MIT 885, which is your practicum. I'm sure that you know this because you've been counting down for this day and you are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. There are many of you that I've had in class before, so I'm really excited as I'm starting to see several repeat students and getting to know you and helping you kind of reach those academic as well as professional goals. So I'm really proud of you and I cannot wait to see what this next semester holds for you. Some of you may be taking other classes, so I understand it is very busy and overwhelming. Remember to hang in there. The development of this electronic portfolio that I will spin out to you tomorrow will really be due towards those first weeks of April. You will need to do a peer review and then I will help you schedule your comps. Most of you have filed an intent to graduate. You've made an introduction video. The next thing you need to do is make sure you've read over the syllabus in great length, great detail, read it again. The other thing you can do is you can move forward with that transference reflection. Remember, this is a cycle of reflection that we all go through, and the first part of that is the exploration stage, which really needs to occur before you even access that electronic portfolio. It's those initial feelings, and so you need to just complete that in a Google Doc. And you'll just keep adding to that as this semester kind of unfolds. So just a little bit of background. I want to make sure that you know how this semester is going to begin. I'm going to spin out your electronic portfolio to you tomorrow. You'll get an email with a link to it. I'm an owner as well as your advisor is an owner, Dr. Susie Becking. And if I'm your advisor, then I also have access to it. Each one of those pages on your electronic portfolio has detailed instructions of what you're expected to do. So with regard to professional resume, don't just go out and make a professional resume. There's actually guidelines to help you develop a lot of these tools that are embedded on the pages of the electronic portfolio. It will save you and I both a lot of time if you will use those instructions to guide you. The other thing I really want to impress upon you is I'm a real stickler, especially in this course, by following the APA guidelines. What you will be expected to do on anything you submit for this class is to follow those Purdue OWL guidelines for any document. It needs to have a title page. You do not need an abstract page, but just page 2. And then your new page 2 would actually be your document. So you'll have a running header up in the heading, and it will have the name of or the title of the document, and then you will do everything double space Times New Roman 12, and you will have a references section. That references section is on the last page. It is single space with the double space in between, and all of your references are hanging indent. Again, that Purdue OWL website has a ton of information. If you go to the general guidelines section over on the left under APA and you scroll down, there's an entire document that's already formatted as an example to show you what your document should look like. And again, every time you share a document, the most important thing you can do beyond even APA is to share that document in the mode of canned comment. Remember, that is not the default. You have to go in and change that, but it's really important for me on every document to be able to go in and add comments, suggestions, things I didn't think of. I mean, we just have a conversation within your document in a lot of cases, so make sure you do that. If you're a repeat offender of the type of person who just never remembers and you get the email from me saying, hey, make sure I can access your document, put a sticky note on your computer screen that says, hey, did you change it to canned comment? Because we all get in a hurry and then we forget, and then it just wastes a lot of emails and a lot of time. So those are just some quick, fast rules with regard to sharing documents. I will get a list from the grad school around mid-February that tells me who has signed up for comps with me. I will then share with you a Google Calendar where you will find a time slot underneath my name, and you will fill that time slot. Central Standard Time is what it reflects for me, but when you sign up for it, it will reflect your time zone, so we don't have any issues there. And then those will be scheduled for the first few weeks in April. Traditionally, those are around the 9th through the 13th and 14th. Again, I specified those in all my information to you. One of the critical things is that you finish this portfolio towards the end of March, because at the end of March, you were going to need to ask me for access to share it with outside individuals. One of them, I should correct that. One individual is going to be a classmate or a peer that will review it, and one person is an external candidate. That external candidate does not need to be a tech guru. They do not need their master's in instructional technology, because what I found out is the internal person can find that kind of stuff. The external person is finding a lot of stuff that you may think is very clear but is kind of unreadable or muddy. They find a lot of errors that you didn't find. Again, these people are peer reviewing to make it better. And I think it's a great process to really validate what you're doing, and it needs to be done more frequently, in my opinion. So you will finish your actual portfolio. You're going to do 2 peer reviews. You'll give them access to the sheet. You need to coach them on how to use that sheet, how to use Google Docs. If you're sharing your the portfolio and the document with someone who does not know how to use Google Docs, you need to coach them on how to make a file, make a copy of the doc, fill it out, and then share it back with you. So again, those are all little things that you're going to have to do. I cannot stress the importance of you realizing that the trainings are actual live trainings with live people. They are not a presentation that you perform some type of technology like a tutorial. They are definitely not that. There are at least 2 individuals in this class that are currently instructional designers. They do not have classrooms, and so they are doing something different, and they will specify why they're doing something different in their portfolio. If you see that, they will have to validate why they're not having live human beings during those trainings. So those are just a few of the things that I wanted to tell you about. Again, I want to welcome you. Please start moving through those first 3 things I'm asking you to do, which is that instructional video, reviewing of the materials, and making that exploration part of your transference reflection. Please watch for an email from me tomorrow. I'm setting up all the sites, and you should be receiving something from me. So again, welcome. If you have questions, post them out on the community so that we can all learn and benefit from the questions that you might have. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.